Slush you miss, how many M's you want? She know good for me, but she make me feel at home. Damn, I really want my shit. I run the city like Al Capone. Why she keep on calling me? She on my
YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy, Wavvvy, man, and I'm back with another video, man. As y'all can see from the title, and if you also follow me on, TikTok, Instagram, those all my social medias, you probably have seen that I have been trolling. I have been on the verge of, restarting my locks. Whether I comb them out, cut them out, go waves, whatever it might be. I've been trolling and just kind of messing around. But in the back of my mind, I have truly been thinking about restarting my locks. And I'm at the point where I'm about 90% sure that I do want to restart my locks. And today I just want to hop on here and give you guys the reason why I'm going to be restarting my locks. Because I feel like, it's good information to put out there, especially when a lot of you guys found me through my locks. A lot of us really connected through the locks. Some of y'all might have the same length as locks as me. Some of y'all might have got y'all locks because of me. I might have been an inspiration for a lot of people, which I know I'm the inspiration for a lot of people, because I feel like, me personally, I'm the one that really started the whole dread movement. Over the last 2 years, the reason why dread was popping so hard, it was me. I was one of the main reasons why, locks got on top. I'm not saying I'm the only one. You got J-Lab, you got Ty, you got JB, you know what I'm saying? You got, Gunther, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole other lane of people that's been doing it and that are currently doing it and do it well. When I started YouTube, it was more of like I wanted to have fun. I wanted to do a lot of different things on my channel. And 2022, when I started my locks was my life. Like, locks became my personality. Like, I was locks. I am locks. When you see me, it's there go the dude that had them little worms type shit. It's not there go AD. Some of y'all do know me as AD a day. You know what I'm saying? But still though, when people see me, it's more of like a bro used to have worms. Bro came a long way, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not gonna continue to do hair content. It's just I feel like I need some change. And especially with, how I've been feeling about my locks recently, when I wake up in the mirror and I look at them, when you see something every day, you start to realize how much, when you look at something every day and you don't really like it, you start to like it less and less and less and less every time, to the point where it just kind of like drives you crazy inside, or you see every small imperfection. Other people might look at it and be like, man, bro's locks are flawless, bro. Like, bro got the best locks on TikTok. Bro got the best locks on YouTube. In my opinion, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got good locks. Don't get me wrong. I like my locks. I love my locks. And I wouldn't take anything back about me getting locks. It's just there are some reasons, which I have a list of kind of, a good amount of things that are like cosmetically, as well as things that are like more like mentally, emotionally, because locks are an emotional thing. Like, you go through a lot of emotions. You learn a lot of stuff about your hair. You learn a lot of stuff about yourself. You learn a lot of stuff about others, whether those are strangers or friends or family, or that girl that only was rocking with you because you had your hair, or that girl that wouldn't rock you back in high school, and now you a nonchalant dreadhead, now she really rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? So locks are a big thing. Like, locks play a good factor in somebody's life and somebody's character if they let it. But what we all got to remember at the end of the day is it's just hair. Hair will grow back. Hair is going to do what it needs to do. And that's it. It's hair. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do want to hit is the reason why I got locks. I got locks because it was a hairstyle that I have never tried before. I'll throw up a couple photos here. I actually won best hair in the yearbook, which is pretty ironic, because now I have a content career that kind of was kickstarted from hair. So, bro, I'm talking about, I've had any hairstyle you probably can name. Waves, the ball fade, the all even. I've had the Odell. I've had the box, the juice, the Gumby. I've had the mohawk. I've had the braids. I've had locks. I've had the nappy fro. I've had the regular fro. I done had like literally everything, bro. I done had everything. I done had the part with the waves. I done had literally almost every hairstyle you probably can name. Just because I like to try new things. That's just what I do. And right now, since my hair is locked up, I can't do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I like I said, I won best hair in the yearbook. So it's like it's not like, you know, hair is not a big part of my life. I like the way I look. I like to be presentable. So my hairstyle is a big thing in my life. Like it's you know, a big thing. Like I said, I got locks because it was a hairstyle that I have never tried before, and I wanted to try it out. So then once I tried it out, once I started my locks, the community around it, the lock community, the people, the support, even the haters that, you know, was making fun of my stuff, just made me want to go harder and made me want to achieve the levels that I achieved. You know, staying strong, getting through the period, you know, letting them drop, letting them get social length, you know what I'm saying? Being able to put them in that barrel twist, being able to get 2 strands, you know, to twist out, you know, there's a lot of good stuff that came with the journey. And I feel like I got most of the parts of the journey that I should have gotten. Even like I said, like earlier I said, the emotional parts of it. The emotional parts are, you know, you waking up and seeing your hair all matted up, but you realizing what's at the end of the tunnel. You realizing that, you know, people might look at you differently, but people might be looking at you like, he dusty. But in a couple months, they gonna double back. Like, we all have seen it. You can go to any comment on my video, of my old videos, and kind of look at the comments now. Everybody, you know, not everybody, but a lot of people switched up and, you know, actually joined the team, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the lock journey does. But what people don't realize is that's something that's mentally in your head as well. But another thing to hit on an emotional task is, like, you know, these locks take, you know, it's like energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like everything that you have been through is just in these locks. These locks have been with you the whole time. It sounds funny to say, because again, I said it's just hair, but it's a real emotional connection to your hair. That's why your hair, that's why your hair does this naturally. You know, for us African Americans, our hair does this naturally because it's a magnet. It's our temple. It grows from us. It grows from how our body feels. If we're stressing, if we're not eating right, if we're not doing the things we need to do, our hair is gonna show that. Our hair is gonna be dry. It's gonna be breaking. It's gonna be thin. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's more than just hair at a certain point, but then again, it's also just hair. So that's why I'm cool with, you know, making this change, you know, making this decision. But just to hit on a couple things that, you know, I kind of got on my list. One, don't cut your locks and try to reattach them. Like, so a lot of y'all probably already know, I got a video. I'm gonna go ahead and play a clip real quick. Oh. Oh my God, bro! I just cut my shit off, bro. Yes, I cut my locks out. So I cut this lock out right here. I crocheted it back. You would never be able to tell. I mean, obviously, since I'm telling you and I'm showing you, you probably already can tell right now. But I cut this lock out, and I cut a lock out that was in the back, and I switched them. Just because, if you didn't see that video, go watch it, and you'll be able to see the whole explanation. But it kind of turned into a disaster because I'm not a professional. I don't know how to crochet hair, so it didn't turn out right. And then the one in the back actually fell out, so I lost it. So I lost a lock. So technically, I'm 1 lock short of what I used to have because I lost a lock. I don't know where it is. Like, it's probably in one of my pockets in one of my shorts or something. But that kind of leads me to the next one. I crocheted a good amount of my locks together when my hair was pretty young. So like my ends of my locks are kind of super hard and like all lumpy because, again, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to crochet, but I took it upon myself to go ahead and do that, which you learn stuff with your hair as you go. So I don't knock myself for that, and I don't regret any of that either because I learned stuff. So another thing I feel like is, you know, I got a couple like thin locks. Excuse the dandruff, man. I ain't been really taking too care of it right now, but I got a couple like thin locks. Like, you know, this is a pretty thin lock. You probably can't really see on camera. I got a couple other thin ones like in the fronts and stuff like that. And I'm just worried they're gonna fall out. People might say, man, crochet them together. People might say, you know, make them a Congo. I don't want that. I don't want Congos. That's why I don't have any Congos in my head. That's not something I want. I don't want to crochet my hair again because like it's not the same as like a natural lock. I kind of look at it as like when you buy a car, and you buy a pre-owned car and you have to keep putting work into it, it don't hit the same as if you bought a new car and you don't have to continue to put work into it. You get what I'm saying? If you're young, you probably don't get what I'm saying. But if you're older, you know what I mean? If you get a new car and you just, start fresh, you don't have any issues. If you got a pre-owned car and you steady got to get spark plugs and, do this, do that, do this, do that, just to make it do what it needs to do, it just don't hit the same. You feel me? The next thing I want to hit on is, the retwist time. It takes forever to get a retwist when you have this many locks. So if I were to do it again, I would actually pay attention to my parting styles and how many locks I have. Because one, like I said, I'd want thicker locks, and then two, I'd want less locks. I like the parting style I have. I had like the random pattern, which they call them free parts, natural parts, scatter parts. It's where they literally just part your hair naturally and they just pick the hair up and twist it. And I started with comb quills, if anybody want to know that. Another thing I want to hit on with the retwist, not only do the retwists take forever, but when you need to get a retwist, sometimes they just hit in the wrong place. Like I say, like a weekend ago or 2 weekends ago, my girlfriend had a birthday. I could have got a retwist that for her birthday, but I had just got a retwist like a month before that. And then before that, it was like one of my other homies' birthday. And then before that, it was my birthday. Then before that, it was New Year's. And then before that, it was Christmas. So it's like, now you want to be presentable and look good in your pictures and stuff like that without having to throw a hat on, without having to throw a beanie on. But you got to constantly get retwists, especially if you feel like you want to, like, especially if you're like me and you want to look presentable and look, good in your pictures and stuff like that. You would want to get your hair done a good amount, which shout out to my girl. She was taking care of my hair the whole time. So I haven't really had to pay for any retwist, money wise, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's another big thing is, the retwists just don't fall in line as when you need them to. You might have graduation coming up, but then the month after graduation, you got your birthday, or, you about to go get in this pool at a pool party, but you got to get a retwist for this day, and your retwist is gonna get wasted, and it's a headache. I always used to talk about if I wanted long locks, which it was something I always was like, man, I'll know when I get them. And to be honest, I don't know if I'd want super long locks. Obviously, I'm not giving it a chance to see if I do want long locks, but I look at people like, Ty with the locks, my boy right there. I look at stuff like that, and that's like, I can't lie, bro. That's a lot of hair, bro. Like, I don't know if I could do that, because I feel like me and him have like a similar hair texture. Our hair kind of grows out a little bit more than, the normal person. Probably because we light skin, we got a little bit of, I don't know about him, but I got a little white in me. So my hair is a little bit softer, but my dad's Nigerian, so I do got pretty coarse hair. I said my hair is probably like 4A, 4B. But anyways, our hair kind of grows out like a lion mane rather than kind of laying down. So like our locks are, it hits different. So having some long hair like that, bro, I don't know if I could do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if I could do that. But, I would never know until I tried it, which I'm not trying it at this moment. Like I said, I love locks. I will forever be a dreadhead. I will forever be, locked in. I don't care what nobody say. That's what I'm standing on. Another thing to hit on is front taper. I actually didn't start. So whenever I started my locks, I didn't ask for a front taper. I didn't know what a front taper was. So it was something that I ended up having to form myself, which over time made my locks in the front thinner. And I tried to fix it by growing out my taper. That's why you see all this new growth and stuff. And I've been growing that out for the last couple months. I even did it on my sides because my side locks were getting kind of thin as well. And so you see all the new growth, but it keeps falling out. So whenever I try to go long times without retwist, my hair gets all nappy and frizzy, and it just doesn't look presentable. Again, I'm gonna say this: I don't care what people think about my looks, but I feel like I got to the point where I'm looking like J. Cole, and I feel like that was one thing that was kind of holding me back. Is like, the taper and everything, which, like I said, is my fault. I was either gonna lose locks because they thin out and fell off, and I had to cut them off, and I was gonna have a front fat taper. Or I grew my taper out, which I grew my taper out, and it just don't hit the same. Like I said, it comes back to the used car type of thing. So next time I would get a front taper, and as soon as I comb these out or whatever I plan on doing, I will be creating myself a front taper for whatever I do going forward. So another thing I feel like is people usually grow and people change, learn new things about themselves when they try new things and when they start new journeys and do new things, which, like I said, was what kind of is what I can say the lock journey is, you know, you discovering yourself, you know, learning new things about, you know, the people around you and stuff like that. But in order to change, in order to see change, you got to do change, which for me, I feel like this is my change, you know, switching up my hairstyle, switching up, you know, some of my content. I feel like whenever I started YouTube, I never thought it, like, if you told me back in the day, like, don't get me wrong, I started Wavvvy. I was Wavvvy AD. I started with waves. So back in the day, I made hair content videos. Like, I made self-cut videos. I made, you know, wave videos. I was sort of kind of a hair content creator already. So it's something I've already been into. But if you ever told me, like, bro, you're gonna get locks, bro, and you're gonna get a lot of, you know, a lot of followers, a lot of supporters and stuff like that, I'd have been like, bro, I ain't gonna get no locks, bro. Like, that's why I hadn't get locks my whole life. It was something I didn't want, but I finally was like, let me try it out. Let me see what's to it after doing a little bit of research. But what I was saying though is, like, my content, I feel like my content kind of went downhill because I was kind of trying to force myself to do lock stuff. Those lock stars personality comments were kind of, you know, getting to the point where they're true. Everything I did, I tried to make sure it was lock based because I felt like that's what would do good. I felt like that's what would, you know, that's what I had to do as a content creator, which I feel like I kind of was just rambling right there. But the main point I was trying to get across is I want to do other stuff, and I'm going to continue to do hair stuff as well. No matter what I end up picking, I'll probably let y'all help me pick what I'm going to do next. Whether I do like freeform locks, or if I, you know, rock braids for a little bit, or if I just cool back up and get locks again, you know? So yeah, so I want y'all to be there for my next journey. I don't know what it's going to be, but like I said, I want y'all there. And the real ones that are rocking with me because I'm me, and real ones that are rocking with me because of what I've helped y'all do and what I've inspired y'all to do. I hope that y'all continue rocking with me because, you know, if we locked in, ain't no switching up, you know what I'm saying? Another thing I felt like people were doing, like lock based, where everybody was kind of comparing themselves to, you know, yeah, bro, J Lab's drop locks better than, you know, so-and-so's, and AD's locks is better than these, and these ones is better than these ones, which, I mean, that's part of it. You know, some of the people are kids on the apps and stuff like that. But I just want y'all to know that you got to be different, man. You got to be the person that leads, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when they ask you, are you going to be a leader or a follower, you don't got to be a follower all the time. You can do your own thing. If you like something, you do it because you're inspired by it. You don't do it because you want to be like that person, or you want to, you know, have the same thing as that person. That's why I got to the point where I stopped really making like raid and lock videos, because I didn't want to put anybody down. Somebody might have locks and they love their locks and they love their high top locks. They love their sky top locks. And if we steady talking down on them and, you know, hurting their feelings and, you know, just you know, putting them down, that's really going to make a person that is just going to be putting negative energy into the world as well. So, you know, you get what you put in, and putting negative is something that, you know, I don't want to do and don't encourage as well. But my main message there is I want people to be themselves. I want people to be able to be different, and I want people to encourage people to be different and respect people being different and respect decisions to try new things and do new things. I'd say that probably hits everything that I kind of wanted to speak on. So going forward, follow me on my, you know, my social medias to kind of stay up to date with what I'm doing. I'm gonna be making a good amount of YouTube videos. I'm gonna be, you know, locking back in the summertime. I have a car channel now, so if y'all aren't already subscribed to the car channel, feel free to check that out. Like I said, I'm still doing hair content. I'm still doing, you know, self-care types of things, you know, haircut, you know, haircut tutorials. I'm even thinking about cutting a beard off, you know what I'm saying, going goatee, because I want change, you know what I mean? Make sure I got that notification bell turned on. Make sure y'all, you know, drop a comment if y'all got a question, or, you know, y'all feel like I need to hit on something else. But for the most part, I just want to say I appreciate y'all stopping by. I appreciate y'all being with me along the journey. I appreciate anybody who rocked with me during this lock journey. Y'all are real ones. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all see what we did, man. Y'all see we went from the little tiny worms, man. This one right here, this picture right here to this, man. It's crazy. And if you watching this video to see if you want to get locks, or you know, you trying to see why I'm cutting my locks, I would say, bro, get locks, bro. Try it out. If it's something that's been on your mind and it's something that you can see yourself having, try it out. If it's something that you don't see yourself having, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Do something else. But you'll never know until you try it. So, like I said, I do encourage people to try it before they knock it. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. But before we head out, man, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all, like, you know, my last little lock update. You know what I'm saying? Just what we looking like up front. Like I said, I've been neglecting them, so I do got a good amount of dandruff in the back. Just what we looking like up front. It's the right. It's the left. It's the back. I grew my back taper out, but I kind of already got a head start, and I already combed out the back taper locks because they were smaller and they were easier to do. So I already got a head start on that. So, but yeah, man, that was, you know, my final little, you know, lock tour, whatever you want to call it. I started April 15th, 2022. So it's been 2 years in April, May, June. 2 years and 2 months. Almost to the exact day. 2 days off of the exact day. So 2 years and 2 months lock journey. If y'all have any questions, or I just encourage y'all to go to my TikTok, or go, you know, on my YouTube channel and just scroll through onto the, you know, the parts where I started at, and, you know, just watch those videos. There's still informational videos. There's still good information in those videos. Even, you know, just going through the comments, people put their experiences in the comments just so you can learn from their experience as well. But yeah, man, let me know y'all stories down below in the comments if y'all, you know, have restarted, or how many sets of locks y'all have had. It's definitely a decision that you have to make, and it's a tough one too. So I'd like to hear y'all stories, man. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all haven't already hit subscribe. This lock journey got us to about 50K subscribers, so we halfway to our 100K mark. We're gonna hit our 100K mark here soon. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure y'all join the wave, and make sure y'all stay wavy, man. Gang, gang, gang.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.